Billionaires do not think harder than you. They think shorter. Fewer thoughts, less noise, more speed. I wanted to know what that actually feels like. So I built a rule for myself. 7 days. Think like a billionaire in every decision. No exceptions, not the money, not the lifestyle, just the thinking, the way they see time, the way they talk to themselves, the way they choose. I expected nothing to change, and by day 7, something completely unexpected happened. Let me explain the experiment. Thinking like a billionaire has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with luck either. It is about how a person processes a problem the second it shows up. Average thinking reacts. Billionaire thinking responds. Average thinking sees time passing. Billionaire thinking sees time spent. Average thinking asks, why is this happening to me? Billionaire thinking asks, what does this make possible? Same brain, same circumstances, different operating system. For 7 days, I ran that second operating system. No income changed, no job changed, no bank account changed, only the thinking changed. And that was the whole point. This is something anyone can test, including you. Day 1. The mindset shift. Most people wake up and check their problems first. Phone, messages, bad news, bills. The brain loads its threats before it loads anything else. Billionaires do not start there. They wake up scanning for the next opportunity, not the next disaster. Day 1. I tried this and it felt fake. My brain kept pulling back toward problems. That resistance is not weakness. It is wiring. The brain's default setting is survival, not growth. For most of human history, scanning for danger kept you alive. But that wiring is now working against you. It keeps you small in a world that no longer requires it. Day 2. The time audit. Billionaires treat every single hour like currency. Not killed, not wasted, invested. I tracked my own day in 15-minute blocks. Most of it disappeared into things I cannot even remember now. Scrolling, waiting, half-focused work that went nowhere. The average person spends time. The billionaire spends time on purpose. Same 24 hours. Completely different return. That single audit was uncomfortable in a way I did not expect. But day 3 is where things started getting really strange. Day 3, the decision filter. Billionaires run every decision through one filter. Does this move me forward, or does this keep me comfortable? That is it. One question. Most people choose comfort almost every time, without noticing they are choosing at all. I started asking that question before small decisions too. What to eat, what to reply, what to ignore. The question itself started to hurt a little, because most of my choices were built for comfort, not progress. Forcing one better decision a day sounds small, but the brain starts rewiring around whatever you repeat. Repeat better choices, and the brain starts expecting them. Day 4. The language shift. Billionaires talk to themselves differently. Not louder, not more confident on the surface, just structured differently. They do not say, I cannot afford this. They say, how can I afford this? They do not say this is too hard. They say, what would make this easier? The sentence barely changes. The brain's response changes completely. I can't closes the search. How can I forces the brain to keep searching for an answer. Neuroscience calls this priming. Your brain follows the shape of your last sentence. Say a closed sentence, get a closed brain. Say an open sentence. The brain has no choice but to look for a way through. I changed nothing else on day 4, just my sentences. And by day 5, I noticed something about the people around me. Day 5, the people filter. Billionaires are ruthless about who gets their time. Not out of ego, out of awareness. Every person you spend real time with is quietly setting your ceiling. Talk to people who complain about money, and money problems start to feel normal. Talk to people who solve problems for fun, and problems start to feel smaller. I looked at my 5 closest conversations that week. Most of them were about what was going wrong, not what could go right. That was the most uncomfortable realization of the entire experiment. Your circle is not just company. It is a ceiling you agreed to without noticing. Day 6. The problem relationship. Most people run from problems. Billionaires run toward them. Because a problem solved is not just relief. It is a new level unlocked. Every solved problem proves your brain can handle the next one. That proof builds a kind of confidence that talking never builds. Struggle, faced directly, is the fastest teacher most people refuse to use. Avoid the problem, and you stay the same size forever. Face it, and something in you gets slightly bigger every single time. And then came day 7, the day that changed everything. Day 7 was not about money at all. The biggest shift never touched my bank account. It happened somewhere quieter, in identity. When you think like a billionaire for 7 days, something underneath shifts first. You stop seeing yourself as someone waiting for life to happen. You start seeing yourself as someone who makes life happen. That is the real secret nobody puts in the headline. Billionaires did not start thinking differently after they got rich. They got rich because they were already thinking differently. The money was the result, never the cause. Identity comes first. Behavior follows identity. Results follow behavior. Change the identity, and the rest eventually has to catch up. That is the part of this experiment I did not see coming. You do not need 7 days to start. You need 4 habits. 1. Before you check your problems, ask one opportunity question first. 2. Audit 1 day this week in 15-minute blocks. Just look. Do not judge yet. 3. Replace "I can't afford this" with "How can I afford this?" every time, all week. 4. Pick one problem you have been avoiding. Move toward it today, even slightly. None of these require money. None of these require permission. They only require repetition. Small shifts, repeated daily, are how identity actually changes. Not motivation, not luck, repetition. Start with 1. Not all 4. 1. Here is the final thought. You do not need millions to start thinking like one. You only need to start. If you are going to try this experiment, type day 1 in the comments right now. Try even just one of these shifts tomorrow morning. Then come back and tell me what changed. If this video made you think differently about your own mind, you already know what to do. 7 days is short, but it is long enough to ask one different question every single day. And in a week, you may not be richer, but you will be thinking like someone who eventually will be.